Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Onyx here, Going Full Nerd, and I am back. Hopefully we got
Got
some
some
audio.
audio. I'm hoping we got audio. I'm hoping it's not echoing. Let me just do a little quick double check.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Onyx here, Going Full Nerd, and I am back. Hopefully we got
some audio. I'm hoping we got audio. Okay, there we go.
So I'm in good shape. No echo. That's right. I'm back, peoples. Thank you for the live chat on YouTube. Glad to see you here every Sunday at 6 p.m. Give or take a minute or two. I think I was 6:01 popping on today, but you know, it is what it is. Life goes on. So as you can see, the title of today's show is My Spider Sense Is or Isn't Tingling. This is the review of Spider-Man Homecoming. That's right. I got to see Spider-Man Homecoming. But before I get to that, before I start on Spider-Man Homecoming, before I get in all up on that movie piece, it's been a hell of a week. So as I do for the past few Sundays, let's talk about box office receipts. Top five movies. Recap. Obviously, we're going to get that semi-spoiler-free review of Spider-Man Homecoming, which debuted this week and came in at number one. $117 million. $117 million for Spider-Man Homecoming. Bravo, Sony. Bravo, Marvel. Anyway, followed up by Despicable Me 3, coming in at $33 million. That's a big gap. And if you look at my past videos, the past few weeks have been kind of suspect compared to those numbers. So what does that tell you? It might be a little inflated. 3D ticket prices, I don't know. Go figure. Followed by number 3, Baby Driver, which I might have to check that out. I said I was going to check it out last week. Didn't get to check it out. Tell you why that happened in a few. Yo, week number 6. Wonder Woman. Wow. That's all I got to say. Wow. Appreciate the likes on the You Now live chat. But wow. Wonder Woman is 6 weeks in the box office. Top 5. I'm giving up. Warner Brothers trying to do their thing, okay? Followed by the Transformers last night. Some of y'all must not have watched my review. Some of y'all must not have saw when I asked people, could y'all tell me whether or not to go see Transformers? So people are still going to see Transformers. Hey, made it to the top 5. But when your top 5 movies, when the number 1 movie, Spider-Man, is at $117 million, and the number 5 only made $6 million, that's kind of some what's the word am I looking for? That's some disparity in the numbers there, player. Whoa! But anyway, you seen the title. The title is My Spider Sense Is or Isn't Tingling. This is my Spider-Man Homecoming review. Now, I saw the movie this morning, so it's still fresh in the cabeza. Now, you would say, yo, I know you got Spider-Man shirts. Now, I went with the rest of Marvel Street Level since Defenders is getting ready to hit the Netflix screen pretty soon. So I'm hoping, that kind of works out because you see I got the Daredevil hotness, the Iron Fist hotness, even though Iron Fist... But anyway, let's go on. Let me clear my throat. So, couple of things about this Spider-Man movie, okay? It's got a few great moments, and it's got a few not so great moments, okay? Now, this is the Marvel Cinematic Universes, the MCU. The stuff that started, what was that, 8 years ago? Back with Iron Man, okay? Started all in. That was like, bam! And then we got the whole, beginning of that, hey, stay after the credits, after credits. Whoa. Learned about the Avengers Initiative. Boom, 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 boom. We make our way all through these movies. We tread along. We watching these movies. We got some little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down. But we might finally make it to Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, we know a majority of the Marvel Cinematic Universe has all been leading up to Thanos coming to Earth. Well, Spider-Man Homecoming is a slight diversion from that. Slight. And I'm going to say ever so slight. I mean, there's no aliens running around. There's no key thing to say Thanos is here. No. But I'm going to tell you, there were good parts to this movie, and there were bad parts to this movie. And I'm not going to spoil a movie. But what I will say is, don't believe everything you see, hear, and read, especially if it's coming from the internet prior to a movie coming out. And this is the part that really ticks me off, is because all this stuff has been hitting on the internet, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Who's this character? Who's that character? Who's this character? And you just got kind of wrapped up in all that stuff, and then people been making all these assumptions. Well, I'm going to hit a couple of things, hit a couple of cool points, and then I'm going to go and give my numerical rating on Spider-Man. Okay. Number one, I was entertained. I enjoyed the movie. I sat back, I kicked back, I had my popcorn, had my wife with me. You know, she things been going on in life. And so, she needed to get out, and I needed to get out. So we went and got out into the movies. So now, we in the theater, and we watching Spider-Man. To me, it was entertaining. I mean, I'm a nerd. I mean, I got the Infinity Gauntlet back here, right on my finger, right? So, I'm all nerded out, okay? So my wife's not really super big into them. She didn't dig the movie like I did. I was like, you married me? And like, really? But that's cool. Everybody got an opinion. So, what is it that made me look at this movie and say it's entertaining? But you know how I get. If you watch me every other week, if you watch me every week, if you look back on my videos, you see I get excited and then I'll be like, meh, on some movies. I really don't know how to feel about Spider-Man because I liked it, but I wasn't jumping for joy. And, I'm not going to go as far as say that Spider-Man is the Iron Fist of the Marvel movies. But I will say it had some points that could have been perked up a little better. And then there was some points that was like, whoa, that's pretty high. Now, let's get into it. First thing, one issue I had with the movie was the missing, or shall I say, underdeveloped Spider-Man trademark, which is what? His spider sense. Now, I've seen a couple of things through a couple of online blogs, through a couple of online posts, and it was kind of funny because they were like, we're not going to have spider sense in the movie. He doesn't have that power. And I'm like, oh, that can't be right. Y'all going to take away my man's superpower? The spider sense? Y'all going to just yank? Come on. I mean, for years, we used to be like, my spidey sense is tingling. That right there is, that's the get down, right? Well, I can understand because the movie takes place not as an origin story for Spider-Man, but a growth story for Spider-Man. Okay, by the time we get to the movie takes place in multiple time periods. They show a time period right after the Battle of New York, which establishes your villains, which I'll get to them in a minute. Then it also moves forward to just after the events of Civil War. You remember? Hey, Underoos. Remember that? Yeah, remember that? It fast forwards to there, and now we're at our movie. Okay, that's not spoiling nothing. You know, they showed that on YouTube like a week before the movie. So don't get mad if you think it's a spoiler. So there were so many little things that kind of irked me. Just little things that just made me feel some kind of way about the movie. First of all, the young Aunt May. I mean, I was kind of talking about it a little bit. I was like, yeah, they kind of went slightly Ultimate Spider-Man. And I'm not talking Miles Morales. I'm talking about like the original Peter Parker Ultimate Spider-Man, the one that, you know, in the comic book. The young Aunt May was just, it was a little off-putting. You know, Tony Stark flirting. I mean, it's like every other person flirting or talking smack about Aunt May and how fine she is. Marissa Tomei, good-looking lady. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not breaking my neck. I mean, for Aunt May, you know, I'm expecting Aunt May, you know. You know, for years, Aunt May was like the original geriatric for the comic books. So now to have a young, kind of slightly hip, or maybe I'm just getting older, I don't know, a slightly hip Aunt May? That was a little off-putting. Not anything to make me moan about the story, but it was a little off-putting. Back to the spider sense. I mean, he got his ass whooped. Pardon my language. He got whooped a few times in this book, in the movie. Which previous Spider-Man movies, he'd have been dodging stuff. He'd have been like, yo, you know, to the left, you know, to the right. You ain't getting me. He ain't doing, you know. Some of that just didn't make it through. So it makes me think that either, to the untrained eye, you would say, no, he doesn't have spider sense. But I'm just thinking because he's so early in development, meaning he still basically recently got his powers, new guy, they're playing him all 14, 15 years old. So, long story, maybe it's not completely developed. Next thing, the spider suit. The spider suit is badass. I'm giving that. But to me, it felt a lot like Iron Man Light. And I understand the suit was made by Tony Stark. They might need to roll that back a little bit. I'm glad he got all the stuff. They got the stuff that he had. But it took a little bit away from Peter Parker being a smart dude. Now, admittedly, he made his web fluid. Smart dude. All right? In the movie, he does a lot of smart things. But to have the Tony Stark AI crutch, okay, I'll let that slide. I'll let it slide one more again. So now, let's get on. The whole movie, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, was pretty much like a groupie. I want to be an Avenger. I want to be an Avenger. I want to be an Avenger. Maybe it's me again, old school, reading comic books for years, you know, wasn't really feeling the groupie Spider-Man. I wasn't feeling that part. So that's pretty much the stuff that kind of made me feel a little bit uneasy about the movie. Now, this was the stuff that kind of brought me a little up. The plot twists and the Easter eggs in the movie were numerous. They was all over the place. It was some good stuff. I was digging it. On fire. Hotness. Let me throw that out there again. They had so many little Easter eggs. Okay? You couldn't beat it. The next thing up, the villains. Okay? I will say, without a whole lot of character development, let's get it twisted, whole lot of character development wasn't there. I mean, it's a movie. How much character development you going to get in 2 hours? But what I'm trying to say is, Michael Keaton, that dude is just badass. I'm sorry. Michael Keaton as the Vulture was badass, okay? Bokeem Woodbine as the Shocker. I'm badass. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Cameos by other villains. Nice little lead in for the Scorpion. Not bad. They made mention of Black Cat. Not bad. That kind of really throws a little kink in the plans and the stuff. And that's why I say don't believe everything you hear on the internet, because there's been this big thing going on between Sony and Marvel about how Sony's producing Spider-Man films that's not connected to the MCU. But then they mention characters that Sony's going to put a movie out with, but they mentioned it in the Marvel Cinematic. You know, sometimes you got to sit back and say, you know, stop trying to spoil stuff before you see it. I'm going to throw that. The other thing I'm going to throw out about the movie that really made it worth it for me, thank you for not killing Uncle Ben one more again. I'm going to say it again. Thank you for not killing Uncle Ben on screen for another series of movies. Let me just throw that out there. Really, I am so glad that did not happen. Whoo, man. I sat through the first 3 Spider-Man movies. They killed Uncle Ben. Sat through the next 2. They killed Uncle Ben again, rehashing origin. This one, they didn't kill. Now, there's been some stuff popping in and around the internet, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it. People had issues about Zendaya. People was like, who's this? Who's that? The spoilers and the plot twist, you got to see it. I know it's going to be online. I know it's probably online now, so you're probably reading the spoiler as we even speak. But good job for kind of throwing some off the track, bringing people back. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, if you want to go a certain way, do it. And just deal with it. That's all I'm going to say, Marvel. Sony, come on. Get them off you. It's all good. But anyway, what do I give Spider-Man? Now, I caught it at an 11 in the morning matinee on a Sunday. And I think that was worth the right price point. I'm going to tell you, catch Spider-Man Homecoming as a matinee. Though the movie is entertaining, it just didn't have that extra to make you really kind of just grab it and say, I want that. I mean, I was sitting through the 20 minutes of trailers. Black Panther trailer came up. I was like, whoo, you know, I just, let me do it one more time. I mean, I was more hyped during the Jumanji trailer with Kevin Hart and The Rock at certain points. So, you know, my thing is go in there, get your popcorn ready, have a couple, sit back, enjoy the movie. It's good for what it's worth. Probably has some good 3D. I saw it in standard definition, but because the movie was just entertaining and not something that just knocked me off my feet, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. But if 3D is your thing, do your thing. But I can't advocate the higher ticket price at this point for that movie. Now, if you got a 3D TV, comes out on 3D Blu-ray, do what you do back at, you know, after the fact. That's all I'm going to say. So now, last but not least, the numerical value. On a scale of 1 to 5, your boy gives Spider-Man a 3. Right up the frickin' middle. That's all I can say. It's right up the frickin' middle. Not good, not bad, entertaining though. Did I like it? Yeah. Did my wife like it? Not so much. But she didn't hate it. So that was, to me, that's worth it. If I could take her to a superhero movie and she doesn't hate it, it's worth it. I mean, even though she wants to see Wonder Woman again, I'll buy it. You know, it is good. Don't get it twisted. 2 after credit scenes, 1 surprise ending, and actually 2 surprise endings. So make sure you stay all the way through to the very end credits. And that's going to teach y'all a lesson. So that's my 20 minutes of flapping my lips. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Remember, if you can't do something nice for somebody, don't do anything at all. Or is it don't say anything? You know, sometimes I just mess these sayings up. But anyway, wish your boy luck. Things have been going kind of crazy in my life, so hopefully things get better. Your boy will be back next week with a review of Water Planet of the Apes. So I'll peep you out later. Peace, and I'm out of here. Yo, I gotta hit DJ, hit that music.